Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you! Matatag Curriculum, PE and Health, Grade 4, Quarter 2, Lessons 5 to 6. Our topic for today is about locomotor skills movement. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Let's start! Learning competency. Perform physical activities using invasion game concepts with agility, balance, and coordination for active living. Objectives. First, define locomotor movements. Second, identify the various locomotor movements. Third, perform the locomotor movements with agility, balance, and coordination. And fourth, apply the locomotor movements in playing invasion games. Content. First, locomotor skills movement. Second, agility, balance, coordination, and speed. And third, invasion games. Let us have first a short review. Activity 1, Dancing My Daily Household Chores. The objective of the game is for the children to list on the board as fast and as many as they can the movements that they used in their dance. Dancing my daily household chores that require changing one's location in space. Here is the procedure. First, group the children according to their grouping in the activity. Dancing my household chores. Mark the starting lines, then ask the children to form their lines by group. Before the relay, instruct the children that they shall take turns in going to the board. Hence, they shall wait for their group mate to hand them the chalk or the pen at the starting line before they will go to the board to write the word. After 2 minutes, all children shall be asked to go back to their proper seats. The teacher, together with the children, identify the correct movements written by the different groups. And the group with the most correct movements listed on the board wins the game. Activity number 2, 2-minute movement identification relay. Here's the procedure. Ask all children to bring out a piece of paper and a pen. Group the class with 5 to 10 members per group. Ask each member to write down at least 2 household chores that they do in their own homes. Ask the children to identify the movements that are involved in doing their household chores and use those movements to come up with a 1-minute dance presentation. And the teacher plays any Philippine folk song for the dance presentation of each group. Now, after the dance presentation of all the groups, ask the children the following questions. How does doing household chores help in attaining good health and fitness? What are the benefits to your health when you do your assigned household chores? What are the benefits to your family when you do your assigned household chores? And how did you feel about your dance performance? Share your answers to your classmates. And here are the questions that we will answer in this lesson. First, what are locomotor movements? Second, what are the fundamental locomotor movements? Third, what fundamental skills are needed to ensure the successful performance of the locomotor movements in our daily activities? And fourth, how to enhance the locomotor movements? And here is our first activity, film viewing. You will watch the locomotor movements through dance video.
Hello, it's Danny from Prime Coaching, and today I'm just going to take you through some of the basic locomotion skills that you need to go through with your students. Now, these locomotion skills form the building blocks for the more complex movements needed in sports as your students develop. So first up, running. What we need to remember is we are going to pump our arms as we run, and we're also going to bring our knees nice and high quickly at the same time. So when we're skipping, we're going to hop off one foot, land back on the same foot, and then switch feet. Remember to use your arms to help you to hop and skip nice and high. Hopping is great to practice from both feet, so either off your right foot or your left foot, and you're going to hop up off the ground and land back onto your toes on the same foot. And my left leg. So jumping is when we keep our knees and our feet close together, and we're going to jump off both feet at the same time, landing back on our toes. Feet together. Use your arms to help you jump nice and high. You can also jump sideways. Keep those feet and knees together. Galloping is when we have one leg out straight in front and the other leg behind, and we move forward, keeping the same foot in front and the same foot behind with straight legs. Here we go. You can switch legs, leading. Sidestepping is when we move left and right, but facing the same way. Now when we move, we need to remember to stay low with our knees bent, and we're gonna stay on our toes at the same time. Here we go. Staying low on your toes. Keeping your knees bent. Now leaping is when we jump off of one foot on our toes and we land with the other foot back on our toes. So taking a small run up, here we go. Push off nice and high with your toes. So hopefully this video has been helpful for you. If you're looking for more skills, games and ideas, then make sure you check out my online store where you'll have access to striking games, movement games, bouncing, throwing and catching, kicking, agility, balance, coordination, fitness and so much more to help you teach game-changing sport at your school. Make sure you also subscribe to this channel and click the bell where you'll get updated for all my free and latest ideas that I give out to you teachers.
So based on the video that you've watched, what are locomotor skills? What locomotor movements did you see in the dance video? Can you try different locomotor skills at different speeds? What basic movement skills do you think are important for performing locomotor skills well? Second activity, trick or treat using the announced locomotor movement. Here's the procedure. First, divide the class into 5 equal groups. Identify the tagger team through draw lots. Second, draw a square by putting cones on the sides. This will allow all members of the class to know where the base is. Third, station one team in each corner outside the base. Fourth, put all the candies and cookies inside the base. The candies and cookies shall be protected by the taggers. Any students who will attempt to get the cookies or candies shall be chased by the taggers. Fifth, the goal of each team is not to be tagged while getting candies or cookies from the base. Sixth, except for the taggers, all the members of the different teams shall move along the playing area to get candies or cookies from the base and back to their home base only through the locomotor movement announced by the teacher. Example, jumping, hopping, and many more. Seventh, any member tagged shall become a prisoner and shall stay inside the base. At the end of the game, the members of tagged members of any team shall be deducted from the number of cookies or candies that they got from the base. Eight, the group with the greatest number of candies or cookies wins the game. And after the game, let them answer the following questions. Number 1, what locomotor movements were used by the players in the game Trick or Treat? Number 2, what kind of game is Trick or Treat? Number 3, what was the objective of the game? And number 4, what should each member of the team do to make their team win? Unlocking content area vocabulary. Locomotor movements. These are movements that involve traveling from one place to another. These are associated with changing one's location in space. Walking. Walking is done by transferring the weight of the body from one foot to the other. Running. Running is done by transferring one's weight from one leg to another in a fast motion. Hopping. Hopping is done by taking off the floor or ground from one foot and landing on the same foot. Leaping. Leaping is done by taking off the floor or ground from one foot and landing on the other foot. Jumping. Jumping is done by taking off the floor or ground from one foot or both feet and landing on the both feet. Skipping. Skipping is done by doing a step and a hop. Galloping. Galloping is a step and a cut either sideward or forward. Sliding. Sliding is done by moving the feet one at a time on the floor without lifting them from the floor or ground. Invasion. Invasion is capturing or attacking a territory or attacking. Base. Base is the area to be protected or defended by a team from its opponent in an invasion game. Defense. Defense is protecting one's base against the opposite team. Offense. Offense is attacking or putting pressure on the other team. Activity number 1, physical activity, participation, locomotor skills. A. Identification. Write the locomotor movement described in each statement below. Number 1, this is performed by transferring the weight of the body from one foot to the other. The answer is walking. Number 2, this is performed by springing on both feet and landing on both feet or one foot. The answer is jumping. Number 3, this is performed by springing one foot and landing on the other foot. The answer is leaping. Number 4, this is performed by doing a step and a hop. The answer is skipping. And number 5, this is springing on one foot and landing on the same foot. The answer is hopping. Next activity, locomotor circuit test. Execute or perform the following locomotor movements. Note, if there is no basketball court in the school, the activity will be done in any available space and estimate the time the locomotor skills may be performed. Hence, the time and the score in the rubric may be revised. So here's the instructions. For 5 minutes, do the following locomotor skills on a basketball court. Walking, jumping, hopping, and leaping. Good luck! Criteria for judging, 10 points being the highest and 5 points being the lowest. Now, let us talk about locomotor skills. What are examples of locomotor movements? Walking, running, jumping, hopping, leaping, skipping, galloping, and sliding. Now, let's have them one by one. Number 1 is walking. Transfer your weight from one foot to the other. Relax your shoes. Start walking with one foot pointing forward and let your heels touch the ground first as you carry them. And swing your arms as you walk. Number 2, running. Keep your body straight and bent forward. The steps you take should be faster and wider than when you are walking. Raise your chest and lean your body forward. Bend your arms and elbows. Swing them forward and backward with wrists facing inward and fist half closed. Keep your arms close to your body. Number 3 is jumping. Stand with your feet slightly apart. Bend both knees and swing your arms backward. Spring on both feet and one foot. Land on both feet. And jump properly and lightly, maintaining the correct form. Number 4 is hopping. Stand with your feet slightly apart. Bend both knees and swing your arms backward. Spring on both feet. Land on one foot. And hopping properly and lightly, maintaining the correct form. Number 5, leaping. Stand with your feet slightly apart. Bend both knees and swing your arms backward. Spring on one foot and land on the other foot. Number 6, skipping. Raise one foot right from the ground and spring on this foot and land on the same foot. Step forward with the other left foot as you raise the other right foot from the ground. Continue traveling forward and swing your arms. Number 7 is galloping. Put the lead foot in front. As you move the lead foot, the trail foot cuts the lead foot. Continue doing this movement until you reach the finish line and swing your arms. Number 8, sliding. Stand straight, feet together. Bring your right foot diagonally forward without lifting it. Bring your left foot diagonally forward without lifting it. Repeat alternately with your right foot and left foot till you reach the finish line. And swing your arms as you slide. Worked example. Let the children watch the video from Prime Coaching Sport for them to see and listen to the explanations on how the locomotor movements are properly executed. The basics of locomotion. Another lesson activity, conduct a 5-minute practice of the locomotor skills, allowing the children to perform the locomotor movements properly based on the demonstration. Modified locomotor movement circuit game. Set up a circuit with multiple stations, each focusing on a different locomotor movement. Place the markers to indicate the start and finish line of each station. For example, Station 1, walking from marker 1 to 2. Station 2, hopping with the right foot from 2 to 3. Station 3, running from marker 3 to 4. Station 4, skipping from marker 4 to 5. And Station 5, jumping from marker 5 to 6. Station 6, galloping from marker 6 to 7. And Station 7, leaping from marker 7 to 8. Let all the children do the activity. Now, let's go on with the second topic, movement skills, agility, balance, coordination, and speed. Here are the questions that we need to answer. What fundamental skills are needed to ensure the successful performance of the locomotor movements in our daily activities? Let's answer the puzzle. Number 1, this is the ability to move and change direction. The answer is agility. Number 2 is the ability to keep your body from falling. The answer is balance. Number 3 is the ability to use the body and senses together. The answer is coordination. Number 4 is the ability to move quickly. The answer is speed. Now, let's identify the skills needed in the following activities. Look at the picture number 1. The answer is speed. Picture number 2. The answer is balance. Picture number 3. The answer is agility. Picture number 4. The answer is coordination. To successfully perform locomotor movements, these fundamental skills are essential. First is agility. Agility is moving quickly and changing directions easily. Example, dodging in a game of tag. Balance. Balance is staying steady and not falling over. Example, standing on one foot like a flamingo. Coordination. Coordination is using body parts together smoothly. Example, throwing a ball while running. Speed. Speed is moving fast from one place to another. Example, running quickly in a race. Let us now have a lesson activity, Modified Balance Beam and Cone Challenge. Here's the procedure. The teacher divides the class into 3 or more groups. The teacher makes imaginary beams of making marks on the floor with straight lines using masking tapes. The lines should only be 4 inches wide to look like a beam. At the end of each imaginary beam are 3 1-liter size empty plastic bottles which are placed in a straight line at 1 foot apart. The goal of the activity is for the members to move through the imaginary beam and around the plastic bottles as fast as they can without dropping the book on top of their heads. Each member of the team shall perform the locomotor movements at the imaginary beam and moving around the 3 cones, then back to the imaginary beam towards the starting point that will be announced by the teacher. The member who has finished shall immediately pass the book to the next member. Members who drop the book or whose foot goes outside the lines or who hits and drops the cones of plastic bottles will be out. And the team who has the greatest number of members who successfully reach their base at the shortest time wins the game. So at the end of the game, the teacher shall ask the following questions. Number 1, what did you feel about the performance of every member of your group? Number 2, how satisfied are you with the performance of your group? Number 3, what values are needed when working with a group? And number 4, what skills do you need to perform well in the activity? Share your answers to your classmates. Let's now go on with the third topic, how to enhance the locomotor movements in Invasion games. Here are the questions that we will answer. First, how can you develop your locomotor movements? What game is being played in the photo? Look at the pictures carefully and share your answers to your classmates. What kind of games are these? What skills are needed in playing the games? Lesson activity, invasion game. Agawan base or land grabbing. Procedure. Number 1, divide the class into 2 with equal number of members, Team A and Team B. Each team has its own symbol. For example, a tree trunk, a rock, a pole, etc. Number 2, the goal of the game is for the team to try to capture the base of the other by reaching the other's home base first and tagging the pre-decided symbol getting tagged. Number 3, an member of Team A who crosses the safety line into Team B's territory can be tagged and considered prisoner of war or POW. All POWs are kept underground under guard in enemy territory. However, they can be rescued by their comrades by tagging them. Number 4, the game ends. The symbol is tagged by any member of the opposing team or when all the members of the enemy team are captured. For our learners' takeaways, the teacher will ask for help from class members to create a large chessboard on the floor. The teacher will divide the class into 2 groups. Number 3, assign roles. Each group will assign the following roles: 8 members as pawns, 2 members as rooks, 2 members of knights or horses, 2 members as bishops, 1 member as king, and 1 member as queen. Number 4, members without roles will act as players who will plan the game and strategize to capture the opponent's king or reach the end of the opponent's side of the board. Number 5, human chess pieces will move within the chess boxes, ensuring that 1 foot lands in each box. Number 6, the group that successfully captures the opponent's king or reaches the end of the opponent's side of the board will win the game. Reflection on learning. Let the children answer the following questions. Number 1, how do you plan to enhance your locomotor movements? And number 2, how do you plan to help your family to enhance their locomotor movements or skills and become healthy? For our formative assessment, group the class into 5 to 10 members per group. Let the children perform the 8 locomotor movements correctly. The students will be graded using the following criteria. First is proper execution of locomotor movements, 15 points. Energy, 5 points, with a total of 20 points. And that wraps up today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in.